I stood over the hot oven to bake that man cookies and he didn't even exist. How are you doing today? I am back with another video, and y'all, I don't know what day of Vlogmas it is. I have no idea what day of Vlogmas it is, but I'm here and I'm sticking to it. So here we go. Let's get into it. Today we're gonna talk about something. We're gonna take it big. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did this over at TikTok last year, but I need to know because I need to know from the YouTube world. Did y'all remember those catalogs? Look, I have not seen this in years, y'all. Look, a catalog. I didn't know they actually still sent these. Like, because we have online shopping, I didn't know they actually still sent these. Y'all, when I saw this in the mail, it brought back all the memories. They had the Sears catalog. They had the Toys R Us catalog. They had the Kmart. Do y'all remember that? Like, I know y'all, I remember Kmart. But y'all, do y'all ever remember actually getting anything out of the catalog? That's what I want to know. I want to know, did y'all ever get anything? I literally remember, I was like, Mommy, can I circle what I want? And then you'll get it. She's like, yeah, girl, do what you do. Go ahead. Like, yeah, girl, let me know. And so me and my sister would take hours. Like, we actually took our time. Like, spent our good, hard time to choose what we wanted. And I do not remember getting anything out of it. That's so wrong. Like, that's so fake. We took our good time. We literally sat on the floor. We laid down and kicked our feet in the air and took our time to say, ooh, I want this, and I want this. And I do not remember getting nothing on Christmas from the catalog. Now hear me, I'm not saying that I had bad Christmases. I had a very, in my opinion and from my memory, I had a very polarizing childhood. Like, I remember times when we had abundance, and I remember times I got so many things. Like, there's so many things I can remember. Oh, I had this, I had that. But then I remember having like very little on some Christmases. We always had what we needed, and we always had love, so I didn't feel slighted. But y'all, I literally remember, I was like, you mean to tell me I took my time to circle stuff in the catalog and I don't remember getting anything? Yeah, I don't remember that. I do remember now, I know we talking about the catalogs, but I do remember one year they had this thing called Blue Santa. And I don't know how they found out about us, but I remember this year we had like a very rough year that year. And I remember these people came to the house and were like, I didn't even think my mom was kind of like, I don't know about this. Like, she really was like, no, give it to somebody else. But they found out that we didn't have a lot. Maybe somebody recommended us. And I remember they came and they were like, make a list of what you want and what you want Santa to bring you. And a man in a blue suit, a blue Santa, came on Christmas Day with his little elves, and they brought us like everything on the list. I mean, clothes, shoes. We had turkey dinner, like we had everything. We had all the groceries, everything to make, and so that was such a wonderful time. So I remember getting everything I wanted then. I do remember some years like opening toys, like, oh, I got this, oh, but y'all, this toy catalog, I don't remember getting anything out of it. Like, I want to know, please tell me in the comments, did you ever, like, what catalogs did you actually, like, look in? Like, I remember that some of the inserts would come, like, for the department stores and stuff, will come in the newspaper, right? And then some would come literally in the mail. Like, we actually had Sears send a catalog. Like, this actually says my name. I was so shocked. I was like, what, huh? When we started doing this, I thought we was all online. Somebody on TikTok had said this is the online shopping before online shopping was catalog. It was like you could literally view. I think this was like real trappish. It was all a scheme. Like, it really was a scheme because you could look at everything that you couldn't afford. And these wonderful kids, look at these kids, look at these kids. They having a good old time, ain't they? Look at her, look at them. Y'all, they having a good time in this book. But yeah, not on Christmas Day. Now, as we're talking about catalogs and gifts and stuff, I want to know, were you a household that believed in Santa Claus? So I know that there are some people that expressly taught their children, there is no Santa Claus. I make the money, dad makes the money, mom makes the money, we purchase the gifts. Like, I didn't grow up in that type of household. I grew up in the household where we believed in Santa Claus and we had to leave cookies and milk. My mom didn't want to leave milk for the, I'm not going to talk about that, but we left snacks for Santa. And I just remember like thinking like, how does he know what we want? How does he know where we live? Is he gonna miss us? We don't have a chimney, so how is bro man getting in? And mom was like, don't worry about it, he's gonna get in. Don't worry about it, I'll let him in. And it's just a whole thing. Like, so I remember trying to go to the stairs and peek, not ever like, how does this man get in here? But we grew up believing in Santa Claus. I want to know, did you actually like believe in Santa Claus, or did your parents just tell you no? Like, we brought these presents, Santa is not getting no credit for this, we paid for this. I'm gonna tell you this last little story, this quick little story. I know it's not technically about Santa Claus, but it's going somewhere. It's gonna relate back to Santa Claus. So again, we were a household that we were taught that Santa was real. I believed in everything. I believed in Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy. I believed in the Easter Bunny, everything, right? And so my tooth had fallen out. And I remember I was like, cool, I'm gonna get money for this. I was so excited. My mom was like, put it under your pillow, girl. Tooth Fairy gonna come, she'll give you some cash. And so I remember I put it on my pillow, woke up the next morning, thinking I'm gonna get money. No, not a dime. Tooth still there. I was so devastated. I was like, mommy, like she never came. She's like, girl, she's so busy. You know, they be busy out there doing a thing. So she'll come. Just don't, you know, whatever. So another night goes by. No money. The tooth is still there. So this goes on every night for literally about 5 to 7 days, like a week. So the last night, I put it under my bed, on my pillow. I go to sleep. And I fall asleep. I wake up in the middle of the night because I hear my door open and I hear like this whispering. And immediately I was like, oh my gosh, the Tooth Fairy is in my room and I'm going to finally see her. I'm gonna catch her. I'm gonna be like, baby girl, where you been? So I open my eyes and I can see, and it looks like 2 people. And I realize, that's my mama and my grandma. And so they're like, girl, like that's how I hear, like, girl, like talking. So I close my eyes real tight, and then I feel like movement. Then they leave. The door closes, and so I open my eyes and I'm like, did I just see them? I reach under my pillow and there's money. Child, I was devastated. So the next morning I get up and I wake up, of course, in the daylight. I can see clearly there's like a $20 bill, and then there's this little card. It was so cute. I did not know my mama was artistic. It was a little card, and it had like a tooth fairy, like a little fairy drawn on it, and it was like, Dee Dee, I'm so sorry. I've been so busy. We were backed up, and I had to get to all the other kids, but I did not forget you. Here's some extra for your trouble. So I come out the room in the morning, and my mom and my grandma sit in the living room, and my grandma and mom, they just smiling. And my mom was like, did you get anything, girl? Did she come? And I had just this forlorn, just sad look on my face. And I was like, I held up the card and the money and I said, you lied to me. And they were looking like, what? I said, it was you. I heard y'all. I was like, so the Tooth Fairy's not real? And they didn't know what to say. And I said, why did you lie to me? And my mom was like, girl, that's what all parents do. They lie to you. We do that. We just make it up. And I was like, in my head, I could not believe, like, how could they lie? So in that very moment, I stood there, and it was like it was like scales from my eyes. I said, So if the Tooth Fairy is not real, that means that Santa Claus is not real, and that means that the Easter Bunny is not real. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, why would you lie? When I say I was so devastated, it didn't make any sense in the world to me. Like, why would you make something up and tell me all these years that this existed and it didn't? So I don't know. I was a gullible child. I was one of those that believed it. Some of y'all out there said that y'all did not believe that, but I know it kind of got off subject, but it really didn't. I wanted to explain to you, like, I really believed in Santa Claus. I stood over the hot oven to bake that man cookies, and he didn't even exist. And when I asked my mom, I was like, so where did the cookies go? She said, girl, I be eating them cookies. So y'all, my mama was eating the cookies, but I know we started off talking about the catalogs and the gifts, but it all runs together. I want to know, did you ever get anything out of the catalog? Did you ever circle it, and did you stick with it? Or again, talking about Santa Claus, did you make a Santa Claus list and get what was on the list? And then, did you believe in Santa Claus, or did you just know it was all a front? Did your parents tell you the truth? Like, baby, I don't do that. This ain't no Santa Claus. This is me. Your mama and your daddy, your auntie and your grandma bought this. Y'all, let me know in the comments about your Christmas catalog and gift experience as a child, because let me tell you, let me also say this, did y'all peek and to see if y'all had gifts? I never did that, and I think there are some people that open gifts on Christmas Eve, right? My mom, it would be 2 weeks before, and she'd be like, want to open a gift? Go ahead. I hated that with a passion. I was like, no, that takes away from the joy of waking up on Christmas morning. And my sister would be like, yeah, can I open up too? She's like, yeah, girl. And I'm like, mama, I don't want to open up gifts. And she was like, you're such a stick in the mud. And I'm like, girl, no, I don't want that. So let me know. Let me know about your little Christmas traditions. Did you get anything from the catalog? Did you believe in Santa Claus? And did you peek it, or did you open gifts early? All right, that's all for today. Let me go ahead and end this out. Thank you so much. Hope you really do leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.